This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Trash piling up along the White River. We're taking the concerns from the community to the city.
I'm not mad, I'm hurt. And the hurt is because I can't see him no more.
A mother loses her child the day before Mother's Day. We investigate neighbors' concerns about violence outside a West Side Indianapolis club.
When we'll replace clouds with sunshine and turn up the heat. The 80s are coming back.
Now at 6, concerns about what has become a growing eyesore just feet from the White River. It's easy to spot heaps of trash, abandoned cars, and even a rundown shack.
Now RTV6 is hearing concerns from the community. One man tells us his calls to the city have gone unanswered. RTV6's Paris LaBelle is now digging into the problem on Indy's near South Side.
It's right here at West Street and the White River, and you can't see it from the road, but if you walk over just a few steps, you end up seeing all the trash down there, just off the White River.
The water's only 50 feet away.
And in between the trees, there's piles of trash, old cars, and even a makeshift house.
They got a compound, they have electricity, they have a house. They don't have any plumbing.
Brian Powell first noticed it in January 2016. He says it looked like just illegal dumping at first.
It's just grown since then. I've called the city on them a couple times.
But now he says it's turned into a homeless camp, and he says the city seems not to be doing anything about it.
They don't have an address down here, and I find it kind of hard to believe that they will allow this to go on.
Brian says beyond the mess, it's a major health issue, especially when it rains.
I've lived here all my life, and I've seen the water almost cresting this area. And if you can imagine all this material just floating down the river, yeah. It's a terrible thing.
He snapped these pictures a few months ago, water flooding the area. He says the trash and chemicals were just floating into the river. But on Monday, the area was dry, and while we were working on this story, the man who built that home with the fence around it came up to talk to us. He says the city had been by before.
They told me that I could build whatever I wanted to down there.
We went to the city's Office of Public Health and Safety. They say they're looking into the structure, but say they are aware of the homeless camp in the area and are out there at least once a week to offer resources and services to help them find housing. The city says they also can't kick homeless people off public property because of the city ordinance that protects homeless in Indianapolis. But for the mess, they say they're working to clean up the area with multiple organizations. The city says if you have a similar complaint in your neighborhood, to make sure to report it to the Mayor's Action Center with the exact address. That way they can investigate it. Reporting tonight, Paris LaBelle, RTV6.
Thanks, Paris. And if you have a problem and need help getting answers, reach out to us at workingforyou@rtv6.com.
A deadly encounter outside a West Side Gentlemen's Club. 2 men were shot and killed. And we've learned that address has been the scene of several shootings over the last several years. RTV6's Stephanie Wade is asking now, at what point do state authorities step in and shut down a business over public safety?
This is not the first time this club has seen violence. This weekend marks the 5th shooting to happen at Club Venus since 2017.
I got 4 Happy Mother's Days, but I didn't get his.
Whoever opened fire at this gentleman's club near Tibbs Avenue and West 16th Street took a son from his mother.
I'm done. I'm lost. I have a 6-year-old son that keeps crying for his brother.
You love your brother? 23-year-old William Walker and 42-year-old Charles Reeves were killed early Saturday morning.
Then my barber nailed me, got the retwist.
All we have is pictures and videos that I constantly keep watching over and over, hoping he say, "Mama, it's a joke. We got you." I'm not getting that at all.
A Ben Davis graduate, William also attended Indiana State University. His mother says the worst part is thinking her son is now just another statistic.
When they do that in 2019, such and such people were killed, my baby's going to be in that. Another number to them, but my baby to me.
Sources tell us IMPD's nuisance abatement unit is looking into what they can do on a local level about this business, but it's actually the state's Alcohol and Tobacco Commission that has the authority to revoke an alcohol permit as a public nuisance. ATC tells me Club Venus is on their radar. Indiana State Excise Police are currently looking into the situation and whether they can or should shut it down. Until then, To those who think violence is the answer, remember this grieving mother, her son, and her story.
It's stupid because no one wins.
Stephanie Wade, RTV6.
Now, we've been trying to get in touch with Club Venus since this weekend. They have not returned our calls or requests. We also have more information on what constitutes a public nuisance and how a business could lose its alcohol license on our website at theindychannel.com.
Well, now to your Storm Team 6 forecast. Gray, cool, and damp out there today, but there is warmth on the way. Good news for all those race fans who will be at the track this week for practice and qualifications. We are ready for those temperatures to heat up. Kevin.
I'm hiding something from you. This is the warmest temperature within my forecast. I'll put it with the day of the week coming up, but temperatures will go a full 10 degrees above average after 4 straight days with temperatures 60 degrees or cooler. First thing we've got to do is get some sunshine back in the picture. The showers that we had over the weekend are now spinning in the northeast and come back home. We're under the influence of high pressure. That will clear our skies tonight. We're on the cool side of high pressure for the next 24 hours. We'll be on the mild side as we get Wednesday through the end of the week. 57 in Kokomo, 3 degrees cooler from Marion to Anderson. To the south, temperatures in the upper 50s in Bedford, 61 in Spencer. Skies will clear from west to east this evening. Some of you get a nice burst of sunshine, have a good looking sunset at 62, actually up 1 degree in the last hour in the Terre Haute. Temperatures tonight, they fall all the way down into the upper 30s in a few locations, especially north and east of Indianapolis. Other temperatures right at 40. As we work our way through the day tomorrow, sunshine will help. Temperatures climb into the middle to upper 60s. The wind will be light. We'll talk about warmer days ahead and how long we can sustain the warmth coming up.
Hundreds of new tips continue to come into police in the murder investigation of Abby Williams and Libby German in Delphi. Today marks 3 weeks since state police issued a new sketch of the suspect. This is the sketch of the man they're looking for in the now 2-year-old case. Since April 22nd, the task force has received over 2,600 emails, 506 calls to the tip line, and nearly 150 calls or walk-ins to police departments around the state. Police are looking for tips that can lead to the closure of the case, and they need you to be as specific as possible. If you have information you believe could be helpful to police, call the tip line at 844-459-5786. You can also email your tip at the address on your screen.
Tomorrow, the public goodbyes to Senator Richard Lugar begin with a ceremony at the State House. Senator Lugar's casket will arrive just before noon at the State House, followed by a brief ceremony in the rotunda where he will lie in state. The public can begin paying their respects at 12:20 until sunset. That's about 8:50. Public viewing will resume Wednesday morning from 8 to 11 o'clock. The funeral will follow at 1 p.m. Wednesday at St. Luke's United Methodist Church. Senator Lugar died last month at the age of 87.
New information tonight about the zoo elephant that's contracted a potentially deadly virus. The staff at the Indianapolis Zoo just released updated information about 13-year-old Kadar. He is eating, drinking, and has been able to sleep, and for now he continues to hold his own. However, his condition is still critical. Animal care and veterinary teams are with him around the clock, providing antiviral medication and fluids. He is suffering from the same virus that claimed the lives of 2 other zoo elephants in March. All the elephants in the herd are being closely monitored. Well, still ahead on the news at 6, the change in leadership will be coming for sure at one university in Indiana.
And looking back on 70 years of broadcast history and a special Halloween night for the Colts, RTV6 and the city.
And day first, Tony Kanama coming to you from the A.J. Foyt Garage area here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Something very special about the chassis behind us.
Number 14.
We'll explain. And more.
And some donuts.
And donuts. Really.
I love a mystery.
You want to watch that coming up.
That's going to be perfect, Dave and TK. Love a mystery. Find out what kind of donuts and that mystery about the car. 61 in Terre Haute. Where's the warmth out to the west? No hiding. Temperatures will be in the 80s in the 7-day planner.
Tune up for only $89. For on time.
This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
The president of DePaul University announced plans today to step down, but not right away. Mark McCoy issued a statement saying that he will leave at the end of the 2019-2020 academic year. He served as president at the university in Greencastle since 2016. Well, in November, faculty members approved a resolution of no confidence in McCoy over finances and his response to racist messages found last year. In February, the school announced job cuts as part of a restructuring.
RTV6 is using our Hiring Hoosiers initiative to connect you to development resources. And for some Hoosiers, time spent in prison can stunt any future employment. ICANN, the Indiana Canine Assist Network, trains inmates to professionally train dogs. Ashley Bowers spent 5 years in prison for armed robberies. As soon as she was released, she got a job at a Greenwood PetSmart. And now, thanks to ICANN, she is pursuing a lifelong career as a certified pet trainer.
It's so fulfilling in a way that any other job or any other thing I've done in my life, when you're done at the end of the day, you go home, you forget about it, you don't think about it till Monday. This goes to bed with me at night. This goes home with me over the weekend. I think about, what can I do with this dog to make her happier? What can I do with this dog to make her more comfortable? What can I do for these clients to make them not give this dog up?
The handlers receive certificates in service dog training and pet grooming. For more info on how to support ICANN or how to get involved, head to our website at hiringhoosiers.com.
We also want to tell you about a job fair on Wednesday. The Indianapolis Department of Public Works is looking to fill a number of open positions. The job fair will run from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the DPW Operations Garage at 1725 Southwest Street. Now, positions include street and traffic operations, solid waste and fleet services. You should bring a state identification, and staff will assist you in filling out applications. Well, the first day Channel 6 went on the air, May 30th, 1949, we aired the Indianapolis 500 live.
And we've had the opportunity to share a lot of fun sports moments with you during our 70 years.
Tonight, former Creative Services and Programming Director Paul Montgomery remembers one moment the whole country saw. The Colts taking on the Broncos on Monday Night Football, Halloween night, 1988.
Monday Night Football is the first time ABC had come to Indianapolis with the Colts. Eric Dickerson was here, and it happened to be on Halloween night. And we worked with the city, Channel 6 worked with the city to turn it into an event. And the fun thing we did is Al Michaels, Dan Deerdorf, and Frank Gifford were the hosts of the show, the announcers. We did the three of them, and then Ed Sorensen, and we did paper masks that everybody at the stadium were able to wear. So when they came out, you know, here on Halloween night, it was an incredible scene of people wearing these masks with all the announcer names. We had gotten permission from everybody to do it, but it was probably the most exhilarating thing. I'll never forget the stadium that night. And of course, the Colts and Eric Dickerson had an incredible night anyway. And I'd like to think that Channel 6 was somehow responsible for that, for helping set up the tone of it for the evening.
Look at that.
That's
and guess
fun.
What? We still have one of those masks.
It's all you,
Yeah,
Mark.
look at that. Dave First kept the one of longtime former sports director Ed Sorensen. So check this out there.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And by the way, the Colts had a great time showing that night, beating Denver 55-23. Eric Dickerson rushed for 159 yards and had 4 touchdowns.
Now, Kevin, you went into your closet and found a bunch of these, right?
Oh, yeah, I save them.
Yeah.
I save history. I've got probably a stack of 30 or 40.
See that closet. It's crazy.
That's great. All right, so tonight at 11, we're going to take you back 30 years for a look at Broad Ripple and a neighborhood problem that might sound familiar. Why the parking issue has spanned decades.
And these daily trips down memory lane lead up to May 30th when former anchors Clyde Lee and Dionne Willis lead us in a 1-hour special at 7 p.m. 70 years together, working for you. We hope you will join us.
And just about 6:15 now. Are you afraid of heights? You might not want this job. They're power washing, and you don't know where yet. This is at the Indianapolis International Airport, and there they are up on the roof. So there's a distant view of them doing their job. Didn't get any help from rain today. We have not had any rain. Looks pretty sophisticated. I could not do that. Notice they're all tethered in there, nice and safe. But it will be clean. And you fly over that, of course, as you're landing. You'll notice the job they've done. I want to show you what's retreating, leaving the coolest air. So it's bottled up in the Great Lakes in the Northeast. It will be pushed to the east over the next few days. What's an expanding area of warmth in the central U.S. will move our way. First, we've got to get it east of the Mississippi. That will happen more likely as we get to Thursday, Friday, and the weekend. The bubble of warmth from the Gulf Coast nearly to the southern Great Lakes. For us, it will just be a big pattern change. When temperatures are sitting in the 50s instead of the low 70s where they should be, anytime we get to 80 then is a welcome sight. There we are. As you look at the forecast Tuesday through Saturday, temperatures on a sustained mission to reach 80 degrees, and then once we're there, looks like the weekend spends right around 80 degrees with minimal chances for rain. We'll have more on that in a second. Wayne County, Richmond the coolest right now at 49, 61 in Terre Haute, 56 in Tipton. Temperature down to the south, not much different. What will happen this evening is our skies are beginning to clear from west to east. Once that happens, temperatures will fall off because we'll have a light wind as well. Wouldn't be surprised if we have some patchy fog right now. Not anticipating a big problem with that. 41 degrees. That's where we'll start tomorrow. Temperatures to the north, mid-60s. Logansport, Tipton, Kokomo, Marion, and Muncie. To the south, temperatures, they'll be in the upper 60s, almost to the 70-degree mark. It'll just be nice to have the sunshine back, and the wind will be rather light as well. Tomorrow night into Wednesday, clouds will stream back in. May have a passing shower through the day Wednesday. Just a lot more cloud cover. It holds our temperatures back a little bit. We'll still settle at about 68 for the high. Columbus may touch 70. From there, we really notice a difference as we get to Thursday. That's when we kick it in. Partly sunny, 78 will be the temperature as we get to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, into the weekend. Temperatures a little bit warmer. As you look at your weekend forecast, temperature Saturday, 81. These overnight lows will be in the low 60s. We'll see a chance for a shower thunderstorm maybe late Saturday night. And then on Sunday, as the warmer air settles in, touch of humidity as well. Here's your 7-day planner, and as you look at the next 7 days, temperatures finally climbing above average and staying there. Temperatures that will be around 40 tonight will be as warm as the low 60s as we get to Friday morning, Saturday, even Sunday, and afternoon temperatures in the low 80s. Of course, we had the Grand Prix with rain and temperatures in the 50s, and we'll go qualifying maybe this weekend with temperatures in the 80s.
What would Ed have said to you at this point?
Let's see, what would he say? He would be at the track, he would be saying, quit eating my time. Yeah, he'd want more time.
Right. And speaking of the track, that's where Dave is.
Oh, that's where Dave is. I was like, what? Hey, Dave.
Trackside on a Monday, rolling along here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Tony Kanaan, Dave first. And some Long's Donuts. I did because I knew your guy.
Why is missing two?
Well, because I had to have one after I bought it.
And who had the other one?
Brad Brown had the other one as well. So I brought them for the boys.
Mark, take it away.
Go ahead and have these. Pass them out to the boys. They're behind us. They're changing over the cars from the road course to the old.
Actually, not true. That's a brand new car. They're just preparing the new car.
We have breaking news. It's a brand new car behind us.
Chassis number 14.
Chassis number 14.
The boss bought it for me just for this race.
AJ's rolling along here just for the race.
And he not let me use it until tomorrow.
Let's see, look at the schedule. 11 a.m., 11 to 1, all the veterans are out there.
Yep.
Then 1 to 3, it's for some of the rookies.
Then 3 to 6.
Those needing refreshers. And then everyone's out there from 3 to 6. So
I think people are going to see a lot of action tomorrow. Here's the thing. It's going to be sunny. It's going to be quite hot.
Yeah.
I mean, hotter than today. And the chances of raining on Wednesday, I think if you guys want to come and watch a session, tomorrow will be the day.
It should be a lot of fun.
It's usually kind of slow the first day. People just do install and come back. I mean, it's going to be full on, in my opinion.
Do you know when you'll be out? Will you be out there
at 11 o'clock? We'll do installation check, and then we're going to go with our program. Because also the test here a couple weeks ago got rained out. And a lot of people didn't run. We have a few minutes to do. I personally didn't put a single lap. We had an issue, so I'm going to run at least 5 sets of tires. That's more of 120 laps.
What are you most interested in knowing coming out of tomorrow?
You do both. You do a little bit of qualifying run, but not as much, not as aggressive. And then you're just thinking about the balance, how the car is going to behave in a race, and the changes you're making, what can you apply and where and when.
Yeah.
So it's full on, Dave. I mean, it's still not qualifying mode yet, but it's still learning what you're going to use for both.
About an hour ago, the official entry list became 36 when our pal Oriol Servia was officially announced as the driver of the number 77 for Schmidt Peterson Motorsports. And I'm sorry, when Oriol gets involved, everyone's.
I was happy for him. Obviously, I knew that was coming. before today, and then I actually made a mistake saying on an interview that we were going to have 36 cars, and somebody asked me, well, it's only 35 now, so I almost shot himself in the foot there.
That's all right.
But I'm happy for him. I mean, he's been a huge part of IndyCar. He's been around for a long time, and he deserves a shot, and he's in a good car.
So congratulations, Oriol Servia, back during this month of May, and you got a busy schedule. I mean, interviews are racking up now.
I know, it starts to get crazy. You think you have the Monday off, and it was flat out. I haven't even worked out today.
You haven't even worked out? You worked out yesterday, though.
Yes, I did 60 miles on my bike.
60 miles.
On Mother's Day. Made Mom really happy.
60 miles just on a Mother's Day. Have a great day tomorrow.
Thank you.
And Tony will join us, obviously, at 6:18. Trackside 6. Thanks for watching. The News at 6 continues after this.
This is pretty simple, and I think a great idea, too. You send me a picture of your dog at kevin.gregory@wrtv.com, and I take it for a walk. I take a little trouble off your hands.
Best deal I've heard all day.
So right there is Beans Caldwell, and his ears are up, his eyes are focused. He sees warmer temperatures later in the week. All right?
You better be careful saying that. People are going to start dropping off their dogs here at RTV6.
Bring them on.
Beans kind of looks like you're Leo.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It could be
Temperatures
friends.
will be in cool lower 40s tomorrow and lots of sunshine at the track. You heard TK say tomorrow will be a big day at the track. Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Yeah, just like that.
It'll be nice to see the sunshine again, too.
Beans, have a good evening.
We'll see you at 7.